Good afternoon, everyone. Good morning, I guess, on the East Coast. Just going to go through a quick little PowerPoint with you. First off, our agenda. As we said, we're doing a little past, present, future. Going to do an overview of 511 Foodservice, the team structure, the geographical reach, the family of companies that 511 are part of, and a little graph on some case sales history and our growth. Then we're going to move into the working with 511, our value proposition, the global supply chain and sourcing capabilities, and then looking forward to alternative materials. Briefly talk on the single-use plastics ban, which everyone has probably had enough of by now, and some new products that we are going to bring out. So moving on to this first slide. Jean and Ken, if you want to start off.
Yeah, for sure. So good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure to have you all on this call right now. Actually, my role is a little bit also to talk on the French as part of this presentation. So for the members that are joining us from the French side of our country, c'est pour parler un petit peu de 511 Foodservice depuis plus de 25 ans que c'est une compagnie dont on est très, très fier d'être une compagnie qui a débuté, une compagnie complètement 100% canadienne et bien évidemment par la suite a été acquis par d'autres propriétaires. Mais ce qui est beau de 511 Foodservice, c'est qu'on nous laisse travailler, on nous laisse opérer comme une entité à part, ce qui fait que nous décidons de nous prenons nos propres décisions, nous importons nos propres produits pour desservir le marché canadien. On est très fiers aussi de notre département de service à la clientèle, la disponibilité des produits. Nous allons parler un peu plus tard sur le fait que nous avons aussi ouvert un autre centre de distribution pour se rapprocher des marchés, entre autres dans les prairies. Alors, et on a aussi une historique de fabriquer beaucoup de produits qu'on appelle custom. Ça nous a poussé aussi à développer des produits génériques en même temps, ce qui a contribué à la croissance de 511 au Canada au cours des années. En développant des produits qui n'existent pas, on réussit à contribuer à augmenter l'offre pour des produits plus génériques. I'm going to leave it to Ken. I was just on the second point.
So. Yeah, sure. No, that's great, John. Hello, everybody. Obviously convenient distribution facilities. We now have our new facility here in Milton. We have a facility in Calgary, third-party warehousing in Vancouver. And so we're set to just shorten those lead times down and move product all over Canada. So then of course we have our sales support team. I'll get into that in a couple of minutes here. But our purchasing office in Shenzhen, China. I think it's 18 or 20 staff over there that work closely with the different 200 manufacturers, and they work with quality control and really have relationships with the factories over in China. Part of the new, Paul, I'm going to keep going on this one.
Yep.
Americare Royal is our sort of parent group company that we are folded into now. And these are just the examples of other businesses that all fall under the Americare Royal umbrella. So including Americare itself, McNairn, Primeware Packaging, which is our eco packaging line with the bagasse and the PLA compostable product lines. We have the Ocala Group, Ross and Wallace paper products, and then the we call it Team 3 Group, and that's a new acquisition on under the big umbrella. So and then in terms of coverage, For assistance to all the distributors, the Ballpex distributors, we have Cup Guru Barry Middleton and his team in Western Canada, Blair Wankling in Winnipeg, Mike Battle in Vancouver or Kelowna, and Cam Muirhead in Calgary. And Barry himself is basically the Edmonton focus there. In Quebec region, it's Andre Leclerc and Marcel Charbonneau. They are, I guess we would call them celebrity status marketing, food service and paper guys. So, and then on Ontario, single service sales, Chris Lantine and Marty Morelli's team. Great coverage for us. They have quite a big team in Ontario. And then in the East, it's Kevin Jones, legacy of Kent Jones, family business that has been passed on generation to generation. So Kevin does a wonderful job for us in Atlantic, Canada. It has so for 25 plus years. And so you can kind of see how our brokers cover Canada. Okay.
Yeah, I would like to speak a little bit about the success over time and where 511 Foodservice has achieved over 41% growth in sales. And a big part of it is the support from the Ballpex group. Whether it's, and there's many points that explain this success, this growth. Starting with new product introduction over time, where we added more products to our line, and and also we have an intense sourcing office in Shenzhen, and what they do also is they travel around the world they participate to a lot of exhibition in Asia to bring back new ideas, new products that are being made. Also with Ballpex. Ce qui est aussi qui est un succès énorme avec les membres Ballpex, c'est la collaboration graduelle qui s'est installée au niveau de collaborer à rencontrer des clients en votre nom ou de rencontrer des clients avec vous pour développer des ventes mutuelles ensemble. Aussi, évidemment, also some national accounts or regional accounts that are supporting 511 Foodservice and that are distributed by the Ballpex members have contributed to this growth definitely over time. Also, I would finish by saying that more and more Ballpex. I've only been with this company for 5 years, and I've seen the value that this company bring to their distributors, and I think that what we've seen with the Ballpex members is a growing utilization of 511 Foodservice, because I think we like to think that they get more and more the value that we bring, and the sense of urgency, our response time is something that is, and our flexibility, definitely. And this has contributed to this wonderful number that you see here on this slide. Donc, merci beaucoup pour le support.
Thank you.
Okay, next I wanted to talk about the global supply chain. I mean, we source product globally as 511. With our parent company, Amorcare Royal, they're buying from 15 different countries. 511 ourselves, we're purchasing from 9 different countries globally. We have order tracking and transparency where we can track all orders, find out where they are, what the situation is, whether it's in production, whether it's on the boat, or whether it's making its way inland. We try to maintain a fill rate in the mid 90% range. We've had issues like a lot with during the COVID time, but we're trying to get it back to that point. We have successfully been to that point. We maintain, Ken had mentioned the 3 different distribution centers. We have over 1,000 separate items, supply items, and about $20 million worth of inventory that we maintain within the 3 buildings. Globally, 511 was started. We had one gentleman, Bradley Kai, 25 years ago that opened an office in Shenzhen. We now have offices in Shenzhen and Ningbo, China, as well as Hong Kong, Kuala Lumpur, and in Malaysia. Regularly sourcing product looking for vendors, etc. Wanted to talk to you about our sourcing team. I mean, we can't emphasize this more. We have boots on the ground. Something unique with 511 is we have individuals in these countries that are vetting vendors, making sure that we're using capable vendors that can handle the supply that we have. We put quality programs in place with each items. We can customize item. We bring up what we call standard operating procedures. We will execute pre-quality check before the product is even shipped abroad to make sure that the product is of our quality and the standards that we had expected. All of our vendors are at least ISO 9001 and BRC food safety certified. We hold our vendors to the highest level possible, and we are constantly encouraging them to further their whole process of certification. Some of our larger accounts that we deal with demand it. So when they demand it and our vendors produce these certifications, we can piggyback on that for all the other products as well. We also require our vendors to be socially responsible. The BSCI standards and compliance certifications are in place. On a continuous basis, we are looking at quality. We're getting certificates updated. We're doing full audits of all of our vendors to ensure that they are maximizing out their certification and sticking with, you know, the global manufacturing certificates processes. As well, our sourcing team abroad do regular factory visits to make sure that that is all being maintained. So what is our value stream? As 511, what we bring to you is we have the supplier relationship management with the vendors. We do the regulatory oversight with the audits, the safety program, the quality assurance programs. We control the production quality as well, and we guarantee the social compliance, as I had mentioned earlier. As far as supply chain management goes, we control the forecast and demand planning. You tell us how much you need, we will make sure we have it for you. We manage the inventory. We take care of the importing and movement of products. We also do the warehousing and then further move the product to the distributors. So basically on this slide, this is the supply chain value stream. You'll see where we are handling the 120 days that you see on here. We take care of the supplier or vendor. We take care of the ocean freight. So the supplier vendor could be anywhere up to 45 days for the manufacturing process, roughly 65 days ocean freight. And then we handle and coordinate all the inland transit to our 3 distribution centers. Where all that the distributors really have to worry about is the order processing, 3 days in our warehouse, 4 days to distribute it, which in most cases to hit Canada with where we have, to hit all the places of Canada with where we have our warehouses, we're looking at 7 to 10 days. So we're really trying to shorten the time frame that it takes for us to get product from us to you, and then you ultimately to your customers. Now, Jean, if you want to talk a little bit about the single-use cutlery.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, with this plastic ban, as we all found out last September, that the government was offering, which I personally believe is temporary, a permission to still offer a polypropylene cutlery as long as it meets the requirement of 100 cycles in a dishwasher. Donc, nous allons continuer à offrir la coutellerie en polypropylène aux membres BALPEX pour une période, le temps que ça va être permis et le temps que ça va être en demande. For the time that it's going to be permitted and for the time that the demand will be existing. Probably this is going to change over time, but we are still offering our full line of polypropylene cutlery. Yeah. Obviously, we have added the wooden utensils. So we used to have the first 3 items on this brochure are a bulk pack. And then we added recently individually wrapped cutlery, and they are paper wrapped. And of course, we have also 3 types of kits made of wooden cutlery, and all of these kits are also paper wrapped. So this is a wide variety of wooden cutlery that we offer to the market, which are pretty sturdy. They are good quality, and that's what we're aimed for. We're not a big fan of having patrons using 3 forks to finish a meal, so that's why we offer a good quality products in terms of wooden cutlery.
And Jean, we can find that slide in the center homepage of 511 Foodservice website. Up the center, it's catalogs. Just hit the button, hit high sticks, and you'll come across that catalog.
You want to move on, Ken, with the PFAS?
No. Yeah, we can talk a little bit about PFAS. Yeah, so we're getting some asks. It's not been mandated in Canada yet. It could be coming in the near future. Don't want to speculate on that yet, but PFAS-free products are now becoming available at 511 Foodservice, just to appease that person that's looking for something a little bit green. Not necessarily greener, but a little bit safer for food contact than the current regulations that allow for so many parts per million of PFAS inside the bagasse, which is basically inside the binder or the resin of the fiber. So yeah, we're looking at a couple of plates, 6x6 hinge lid, an 8-inch, 9-inch, 8-inch clamshell, 9-inch clamshell, 6x9, and then the 2-3 compartment 8-inch and 9-inch to start. And what you'll find, I don't know if any of you really looked at this product yet or played around with it. You will find it is not quite as strong or as rigid as what we currently sell with PFAS in, but it's not quite as grease proof. So you'll see there's just very, very small performance differences from PFAS to PFAS free.
And I think,
and we can answer questions about this if anybody has any concerns at the end of the presentation.
And the timing for that would be around early September, right? Right, Ken?
We're going to have product in our floors. Yeah, early September. Yeah, that's the plan right now on these SKUs that you see on the screen. Yeah.
And then the last thing that I wanted to add is we are going to continually move as the market requires us to. I mean, this whole PFAS free was a big movement in the spring, late winter of this year. We're pivoting on it. The cutlery, we will stay on top of it. If there is going to be any changes to the legislation, we will let you know, make sure you're aware. One thing that I've experienced is I've gotten a lot of feedback from healthcare, and healthcare are not happy with the ban of polypropylene or with the ban of plastics. At the same time, a lot of them have told me they will not bring or they will not allow wood to be in their places. So they are going to fight for the polypropylene, and they will stick with the polypropylene. And we are going to stay on the polypropylene for as long as we can because we know that people want it. Okay, other than that, that is all we have. I want to thank everyone for their time today. And I guess we'll open it up. I will stop sharing and we can open it up to questions. Anyone have any questions?
Maybe I can just have a minute while people think of great questions. I want to say thanks to Scott from Itwall, Elise from NK, Andrew, thanks a million from Swiss, Sarah from Big Box. I'm reading the chat, so I'm not that good. Chad, GT French, Steve from Multiplus, Colleen from Outpost Packaging, Chris from Peter Pan Sales, Rebecca from Merchants, Sabrina from Merchants, Mike from Morton's, Laurie from AGD, and Ken from Swish. I think that's all I can see in here. Jason from G&L. thank you. If I've missed your name, I apologize. Craig, I can see you there from GNL and lots of other good folks. The main thing I want to say is I thank you all. Chuck, I see you also. I thank you. I thank you all for your support of 511. I thank you for being good partners. We depend on the Ballpex members to support us in our business. You see the great growth over the past 4 years. That's many, many thanks to many of you folks on this call. We really do appreciate the trust that you allow us to have to support your business. If there's any questions at all, please don't be shy. Put it in the chat or happy to listen.
Jean, there are a couple questions from Jason. We are still seeing banned items entering Canada, and I'm wondering if 511 has heard about the border checks or policing of this issue.
Yeah, we have experienced the government will pull a container if it has any type of plastic wording or any type of cutlery on the bill of lading, and they will refer it to the Ministry of the Environment. So they have called only once, thank you very much, and asked what's in the container, what is it made of, who's the manufacturer, what are the components inside of what that is. This example is a fork. So we go back with all of the necessary paperwork. We also take the past communications that we've had with the government, because when you're dealing with any body of government agencies, they don't talk to one another. One will say, that's not my responsibility, it's your responsibility. So the goal is always to be clear and concise, make sure that the person receiving all the information has everything that they need based on all the questions that they've asked and everything that has come from other government agencies. So this did in fact happen to us. We went back with all the information and they came back and said, thank you, the case is closed, and the container continued on its way. So yes, Jason, great question. They are policing it.
And Fabiola had a question. How is product availability today? We have continued to experience back orders on compostable product.
Yes. Something happened in the food service industry that probably everybody on this call is aware of. It's a wonderful ban of foam products. 511 never ever had foam products. We knew the ban was coming. We heard rumblings of the ban. Many people told us about the ban. And the next question was, what does that equate to in Canada? How many containers, foam containers, do we sell? And we got a whole bunch of different numbers. And the reality is, what will people change to? Well, the bets were on the gas or craft bowls. The other item, the mineral-filled container, was something that was not really on anybody's radar, or it might have been, it certainly wasn't on ours. So we bumped up our inventory on the gas and on craft bowls to try and figure out how we could get more product into our warehouse, out to our customers, not knowing what they would change to. Nobody really knew what they were going to change to from foam, or nobody was telling us what they were going to change to. So we believe the reason for all of the different surges in requirements of craft bowls in particular is because of the foam disappearing out of Canada. Everybody's scrambling to make up for that. And we continue to buy craft bowls on a daily basis. Like, we have container loads coming back to back to back to back to back. It got to one point where purchasing and I had a chit chat and said, just, you know what, blow it out of the water, because we couldn't keep up. We truly could not keep up. And that's what you're experiencing. The craft bowls is the one item at 511 that's really keeps me up at night. It really does. We're in good shape right now. There's only one that's out of stock. There's more on their way. And we continue to monitor it as best we can. We would pride ourselves in our fill rates. And lately, over the past few months, it has not been good. Pre-COVID, it was excellent. COVID, everybody struggled, and everybody on this call can relate to that. But as we continue to move forward, we continue to be doing the best that we can. Like, truly, there's everybody here at 511 who wring their hands and go, what now? What's happening? What's going on? We are listening. We are reacting as quickly as possible.
Thank you. And from Chuck, do you see starch cutlery coming in the future?
We have starch cutlery. It's available. When you say, do you see it coming? I'm assuming you're saying, hey, if the plastic's going out, what's it being replaced by? A lot of people don't like the wood. What about the starch? Starch is available. The government has not said, no, we cannot have starch cutlery yet. We have no idea what they will turn to next. So if you want starch cutlery, we sell quite a bit of starch cutlery. Very much so.
I think I was looking for a larger one, like a 6.5 or 7-inch. Is that something in the line right now, Jeannie?
John pretends nodding his head because, you know, Jean doesn't have a whole encyclopedia in her head.
Yeah, I actually,
I know
yeah,
you think I do, but I don't.
we offer.
I thought
and
you
we-
knew everything.
Actually,
No.
in fact, Chuck, we are selling to 2 national accounts this starch cutlery that is blended. It has to be blended with a little
Yeah.
bit of resin, with polypropylene resin. And these are very sturdy. They're very good. Yes, they have, is it 7-inch or 6.5? I did not, but they have the regular length and very strong.
Okay.
So,
I
yeah,
didn't
they
know
are
that.
beige, greeny beige color.
Mhm.
So that's what they are, and we do sell these to a couple of national accounts right now as we speak.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's on the floor, eh?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
good.
Yeah, there's
Thank you.
3.
How many cases you want, Chuck?
400.
Awesome.
On their way.
Go, man. Send me the PO. I get it going.
Thanks, Jeannie.
Alan had a question. Is there anything as strong as polystyrene?
Oh, that one we're just talking about.
That's a
is-
tank.
It's really good. We can send samples to anyone who wants it and try it. Trust me, it's very sturdy. Yeah.
Also, the
Yeah, we've also- yeah.
heavyweight, the heavyweight Poly Pro is very,
Oh, for
very
sure.
heavy.
Yeah.
Yes. And that was on that brochure. You can quickly get there by going to the catalogs on our website and go under polypropylene cutlery, and you'll see the heavyweights.
It's new. It's new for us in the last 4 or 5 months. So, yeah.
Yeah. So what would the application be, Alan? We're not digging graves or anything, are we?
Application is for those, the guys that do the ice cream that they make on a cold top.
Sure, like a hard ice cream.
Yeah, like a hard ice cream and Blair from Route 88 has
Yeah.
been working to try and find us spoons and spoons and spoons, and everything comes in and it's all got no
Funky.
strength.
So let us take care of getting you some samples of the one that Jean just spoke about. Would they be
Yeah.
open to trying that plant starch that is a
Oh.
blend?
Hey, we've gone to 8. We've tried everything that we can, and Blair's been sending us probably weekly or every 2 weeks something new, and it's just been way too soft. It just
Just
doesn't.
flimsy. Yeah, I understand. Yeah,
Okay.
Okay. I'll speak with Blair.
awesome. Thanks, John.
Any more questions?
Any comments? Any hello? Come on, smile, Laurie. You can
We have
do
a
it.
shy group.
You've got a shy group.
Mercer, oh, there's a wave from Lori.
Okay, well, there's no more questions. I would like to thank all of you from 511 for presenting today. It was a great presentation. I hope everybody learned something. If there are any questions or concerns that you think about afterwards, please connect with myself or anyone on the 511 team. Otherwise, thank you so much for everybody joining this call, and have a great rest of your day.
Thanks,
Thank
everyone.
you. Thanks.
See ya.
Thanks, Sarah.
Thanks. See you later.